ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad hits. Subscribe.
Head's all fluffy. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classics figures by Playmates. These things are awesome as hell, man. I'm so stoked to get them. If you didn't see my unboxing video, I just got these yesterday. I'm so happy. Got them a little later than everybody else, but oh well, who cares? I'm stoked to have them, man. This review is brought to you by Amazon.com, and these figures were not free, but I did get them for 17 bucks a piece, which is, you know, just a little tiny bit more than retail. The shipping was free on them, so I'm not complaining. Leonardo is pretty much standing straight up, and here's like Gachi Hernandez, so you can see how tall they are. They're about 6-inch figures, a little shorter than that. If I had his legs closer together, maybe they're, yeah, so they're 6-inch figures, maybe just a little shorter, but very, very, very cool. Highly articulated figures. I really, really love these things. Now, these things are based off of the cartoon. Have facial expressions that are a little bit more similar to the original action figures, which I have right here. So you can see this is my original Leonardo, and so you can see how tall he is compared to that. And his eyes are totally whited out. I always thought it was weird that he had sad eyes, right? This is kind of funny. And then here he is next to the new cartoon figure right there. And then here's the TMNT movie figure, like that. He's standing a little, scoot him backwards. Okay, there you go. You could see. Well, I'm gonna straighten his legs out. I'm ruining my little display here, but there you could see. So this guy's just a little bit. This guy's a little bit taller. I'm still looking to get the NECA figures. I know I didn't compare them to the NECA figures, and if anybody has a connection to getting any of the NECA turtles, I desperately want them. Been desperately wanting them for a long time. So start with my favorite turtle, which is Leonardo, who I think is the most badass turtle. I just think this is very, very cool. You can see the head sculpt right here. Now, there's not any real paint detail on these guys, which isn't a big deal for me or anything. This head may seem a little on the wobbly side. That's from me kind of messing with this and taking the head off and putting it on again. But I just really like how this looks. He's got his classic belt right there. And his katanas actually do feel a little on the short side. I wish they went a little bit longer like that. Which what she didn't say. I wish it was a little bit longer. I never heard that. I never heard that. Very, very cool on the back. They even have the blue strapping right here. You could pull this off if you wish. And I've seen other people do it where they take, you know, the belt off and everything, but I have no desire to do that at all whatsoever. Actually, a little bit, because I would like to take this apart and kind of Dremel inside the shell right here to make it so that they could lean backwards a little bit. But see, he doesn't lean backwards. He can lean forward, but not back. So it'd be cool if they could lean back a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna go over the articulation right now. His head moves side to side, and like I just showed, it's on this ball joint, so it moves up a little bit and it moves down a little bit, but you can have it move up and down a little bit more if you take it off and you kind of half it on there. This is a ShartimusPrime term, halving it. So you kind of half it to make it look down more, or you can half it to make it look up more, which still looks very, very cool. And if you want to see pictures of me posing these guys, please check out my Facebook. Add me on Facebook if you haven't already. Anyway, he has ball jointed shoulders that move forward and out and all the way up and everything. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. He has wrist articulation that moves side to side right here. And you can see his cuff on his wrist moves independently, and you move that. He has finger articulation, which is awesome as hell. I like the sculpting in there. Now, this is made so that he can hold the sword, so when you close the fist, you know, it kind of makes a round, nice round shape. So all four of them hold their weapons pretty well. His thumb moves side to side like this, and it moves up and down, which is fantastic. And you can see the fingers just move down like that. And you could kind of spread them outward a little bit. I was able to do that on Raphael, where you could kind of get him to spread open a little bit if you want to. Try to squeeze the size in there, but not too much. He has this diaphragm joint right here, which is amazing. I'm so stoked that they're able to get this thing working with it, having a shell attached to it. That is very, very cool. So it moves side to side, and it moves forward like I explained. And he has these hip joints right here that move outward. They move forward. He has upper thigh articulation right there. He has double jointed knees, and he has ankle articulation that moves down, moves up, and he has a tiny bit of an ankle pivot, not much at all. It's barely there. And I'm going to go back to that right in a second, but he has toe articulation also, so individual toe articulation. Love those turtle toes. Look at that. And yeah, so what you can do is you can actually half this joint too if you want to. It's trickier than doing it with the head joint, but you can just pop this off and you can kind of like squeeze it on there at an angle, and then you can kind of force some ankle pivot, which actually works. It just makes it a little more delicate when you have him posed. You just have to make sure that, you know, he's going to be in a stable situation when you put him on there. But or you can just have it rest there and just plant it down like that, and it really looks like an ankle pivot. Let's see. Yeah, see, there you go. And let's see if he stands. So that looks like a real ankle pivot, even though it's hella not, but and just pop right on like that. So very, very cool. And like I said, the sculpting isn't really too crazy, but it's very solid and it looks very good. I like it. Now, one thing that's kind of a trip is that he doesn't have toenails, and that kind of bothers me. It's like, what the hell happened to the toenails, guys, huh? No toenails? I mean, original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle had toenails. See, he's got some toenails right there. What are toenails? What are toenails? He doesn't have fingernails either. But the sculpting is very solid. I like it. Now, his eyes do look a bit weird. One eye is looking straight forward. This eye is looking off to the side, so that's kind of a bummer, but it's not as bad as Donatello. Donatello's eyes are screwed up. This one's looking up. This one's looking kind of to the left, so that's kind of strange. Michelangelo's actually aren't too bad. Michelangelo's eyes are both kind of looking ahead. This eye looks a little off. So all the eyes are kind of weird on this one. I think Raphael's eyes came out the best, but still just a little weird. So I don't know. I'm contemplating on just you know, just painting these completely white. I don't know. I kind of want an extra turtle. I'm probably just going to buy one. If I see one in a store, I'll buy one just to see what it's like to try to Dremel out the inside of the shell right there and paint the eyes white and see how I like it. Even though I saw Daniel on Facebook, he did a he did some Photoshop, I think, to see how they look with the eyes whited out. And it looked okay on Leonardo and Michelangelo, or Donatello, but not so good on Raphael and Michelangelo. So I don't know. I don't know. I like how you could put the size right here in the very front. So that's very cool. And I like how the, you know, it's red. The handles on them are red. So that's very nice. Didn't really talk about Leonardo's katanas much at all. Just wanted to show that off right there. So that's cool to have the slit. I'm contemplating on whether painting these like a nice silver color. That would be kind of cool. And Raphael can hold them in any which way you want to hold the size. Have him hold the size. So you can hold it like that. You can have him going like this way, where he's got this kind of grip going on. Of course, you could hold them upside down, and you could do pretty much whatever. So very, very cool. You have Michelangelo right here. And he has these chain nunchucks. I like this is an actual metal chain right here, which is very, very cool. And the orange came out pretty nice. So he can hold these very easily as well. So you can see that right there. One thing that kind of sucks about my Michelangelo figure is that there's a little too much glue on his finger. I don't know why, but you can see how it's all shiny right there. And this finger right here cannot really move, so I'm going to have to use an X-Acto knife or use some heat to melt that glue down to get this finger articulated. So for now, he's constantly flipping everybody off. And you can see on the back, this is where he holds his nunchucks. So you can just slip these in through here like that. So that's the other pair of nunchucks, which is pretty cool. Now, Red Hulk 80 did something with his Ghost Rider figure, with the chain to his Ghost Rider, where he'd taken a twisty tie, removed the plastic sheathing of the twisty tie, and then weaved it through all the chains on the Ghost Rider chain, and he was able to get a posable Ghost Rider chain. I tried doing that with this, but it did not work out so well. So it's kind of a bummer, but oh well, you know, I'll try it again with some tampering. I'm sure there's a way to figure it out so that you can make this posable in the air and stuff, because you know, when you have them posed with it, it's just always drooping down like that. And then last but not least, we have Donatello. Very cool. And here's his staff, which I think is a little on the short side, kind of like, you know, Leonardo's katanas. It's just feels a little short. If it just went to about right here, this much longer, I think it would be absolutely perfect. But still cool. I like the sculpting on it. So you can see the bandage stuff, you know, the wrapping going around in the middle right there. You can see how it's sculpted to look like wood. I think that's very, very cool. And Donatello himself, very nice looking figure. I like how the straps around here are sculpted. Looks very, very nice. Got some paint right there. Gotta try to scrape off, but oh well, not a big deal. And the colors of these guys aren't totally accurate to their original turtle colors, but they're pretty, you know, it's pretty close. It's not anything to complain about. I really like the color that they used for Michelangelo. That's very good. And, you know, there's a subtle difference here between the colors of them all. Raphael has slightly different color. It's more of a real, I don't know, these guys are actually very similar. Leonardo and Raphael, their color, but you can see that Leonardo is just a little bit lighter in color than Raphael, and then Donatello right here has more of that army green kind of look. So, you know, it's not totally exactly accurate, but it's, you know, it's pretty cool. Each of them also come with their own sewer cover. Damn, which is cool. So Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, and they have these pegs sticking out of them, and oh, I didn't mention that they do have peg holes at the bottom of their feet. So yeah, that's my review, guys. I highly recommend these. They were worth every penny. Absolutely love these figures. Absolutely fantastic. I'm really happy that they went with the original facial expressions on all of these. I think that's very, very cool, and I just think the articulation is through the roof. Ultra high fun factor. High fun factor. Just really enjoy these figures and definitely recommend them. Thanks for watching. I will catch you later. Peace.
That's crispy.
So yeah, I really, man, I love these figures to no end. I am flabbergasted. I'm just truly flabbergasted. So